Hello, Dirty Truckin', Dirty Truckin', about to get out of here. Go have breakfast, see who poisoned me, slipped me something that caused a medical condition here in this state. That's what they do, and act like that ain't what the fuck they doing. So, I'm gonna pick a restaurant and see what happens today. But I'm sitting up here remembering when that rental car that I had began to have these codes on the dash. And I remember that day. That day, I had brought my tablet. This tablet that I got from Verizon. A tablet that I have also suspected to be the source of that electronic harassment noise. Because when I got it, I started hearing it on a regular basis. But I don't have it in the car with me. So whatever that noise is in more than one thing. And the only thing that I have on me at all times is my cell phone. I don't feel no hidden bug on me, in my clothes, my flip-flops. Ain't nothing, I don't know. Maybe one of these diamonds and these sunglasses is a listening device, a camera. I don't know. You know, they could sell this shit to you and you don't even know it. And you're walking around with some damn military shit going on. Oh, and to mention, I was around some military people yesterday. 4 of them. One lady was talking about feeling, she had to pretend she was gay at a bar for a friend of hers. It was a very weird conversation. Military. I don't know what branch it was, but it was 4 of them. And when they were around me, all of a sudden electronic noise happened. Then it started getting louder and louder because they were right close near me. And I hear one of them say, "Oh, that sounds horrible." Oh, it sounds horrible. But then it started getting louder and louder till you were around me. It just kept going on and going on. Then when it started, I heard them get quiet because they heard it. Now, I'm in my home right now, and I hear the electronic noise. So if somebody then came in here and placed it somewhere. See, I think somebody is placing this device, whatever's causing this electronic noise, they're placing it somewhere and then expecting me to find it. You're not training me to find shit. I don't work for the Secret Service. I don't work for the government. I don't work for you, period. I do my own thing that you've been interfering with and been trying to control me through my work. That's what I noticed you've been doing. I'm not a controlled human being, but that's what you've been doing. Somebody has created some damn device where people can feel shit and make other people feel shit. That is assaulting people. When you make somebody feel shit that is inhumanly impossible for their body to be doing, that is an assault. And that shit should be illegal, and it probably is illegal, but yet they doing it. But back to the car. When that code popped up on it, talking about check engine and something about the throttle, I brought this tablet and put it in the car in the back seat slot of the passenger seat. And when I came back to the car to crank the car, all of a sudden that code had popped up. After I put this in the damn car. After I put the damn tablet in the motherfucking car, the code popped up. The car had been fine. The time I had it, there was no codes, no sign of a code, until I put that motherfucking tablet in the car. This tablet, I believe, has been the source of that electronic noise, because I started hearing it on a regular basis. I'm hearing it now. It's in the apartment, but it was not with me in the car when I heard it in the car. Only electronic device I had with me was my cell phone and the computer portion and the car. That's it. Now, either you have installed it in the car. That's another thing they do when they sneak into vehicles. They be putting that shit in there. They they wait till I get stuff. And then they find out what I get. And then they find a way to get in and get access. And then they start putting their little device shit in it. I'm telling you, somebody is around here operating an illegal operation where you're downloading something that where these people is able to make me feel shit that is inhumanly possible. And it is an assault. They have made me feel sexual shit. They've made me feel shit that ain't clean, that need to be clean, mechanical issues with the truck. So the automotive industry, I believe, had something to do with this when I was at Chrysler. I believe they had something to do with this when I was at Chrysler, when they started sending me to them doctors. Because prior to me going to them doctors, I hadn't heard this noise. I wasn't feeling none of this shit. I was functioning normal until they started sending me to them doctors. Warren Truck Plant had something to do with this. I don't know who them fucking people were, who them doctors were, why you were doing that shit. And I ended up going to Cottage Hospital one day because I kept experiencing feeling like I was being drugged on the line. Like somebody was slipping something in my drink because I feel dizzy on the line. I would immediately leave work and go to Cottage Hospital, which is located in Grosse Pointe, and have them test me, my blood. I said, if it's in there, you get it right now. You got the evidence. They come back talking about there's nothing. But I was walking around here, my eyes was bloodshot red. And that hospital over there decided one day to do a spinal tap on me. And I wonder why they did a spinal tap. And I remember asking my union steward, Mark, he was one of the ones involved with them putting me off my job. He was my union steward who was supposed to protect me, but he didn't. He sit there and said it wasn't nothing he can do. And he knew this shit was a lie. Mark, I remember asking him, telling him the doctor gave me a spinal tap. And I remember him saying something that his wife had one for the baby. I wasn't having a baby, and I wasn't pregnant. And I wanted to know why that hospital gave me a spinal tap. Because it was painful. They jugged a huge needle in my spine and took my spinal fluid. Neglected to tell me I wasn't going to be able to work the next day. I tried to go to work the next day. I was feeling bad. I got in the car, drove all the way to the plant, tried to get out the car, couldn't stand up. I fell back in the car. I had to call the plant from the parking lot and tell them I can't come to work. I can't walk. I couldn't stand up. I had a spinal tap. So I had to make it back to my house. Somehow I made it into the house. I crawled up the stairs and got back into bed. The doctor neglected to tell me you weren't supposed to go to work the next day because of the spinal tap. That's what it was going to do. True story. Cottage Hospital did a spinal tap on me, drawed my spinal fluid. What were you doing? I believe that was part of their testing then. You took my spinal fluid. And when you did that, did you install that device in my spine? Because there's something got to be on me that's causing this noise, causing me to feel this shit. And these people has been assaulting me with this shit, making me, I'm not your experiment, bitch. If you want to see something, feel something, create you a goddamn robot, because I'm not it. You turned me into something without my fucking permission. This state is involved with it because it was this state doctors I was seeing when this shit happened. This electronic noise I started hearing in 2017 after going to a physical at Concentra for a DOT physical. That's when I started hearing the noise. Some doctor that wanted me to raise my shirt so he could see my stomach. My stomach for what? I'm standing up. He said, raise your blouse. Want to see my stomach. For what? That's the year I started hearing that electronic harassment noise. In 2017. Did you put something on me? They was always checking my ears. And I remember a DOT physical I had years ago for night transportation. They sent me to a physical down there in Gulfport, Mississippi. And that nurse had a cone-like thing, a piece of paper rolled like a cone. And when she put it in my ear, she stood there. Her behavior was funny. It was like she was sliding something down into my goddamn ear. That was at a physical I had for night transportation in Gulfport, Mississippi. And I remember that because it was like she put something in my fucking ear. Is that where it is? Is that shit in my ear? Is it in my ass? Is it in my spine? Did you make me drink it? What did you do? Because I heard military could do that. Make you swallow a device without you knowing it. That shit is illegal. You round here doing shit to people without their fucking knowledge. And that car, that code didn't pop up on the dash until I put this tablet in there. This tablet is in my apartment all the time. I'm hearing the electronic harassment noise now, but the tablet it was not with me in the car when I heard it yesterday around those military personnel. It's not with me when I'm out and about. My cell phone is. What is it in? It's got to be in something for you to be making that noise. I don't know what to look for, but that's what these people do. And when they came in here, they slip in this apartment and put this shit in here for me to hear it. So I'm hearing it on a regular basis now. That means somebody has done something or placed something else in here or placed something somewhere and they expected me to find it. You're not training me. I don't work for the Secret Service. I don't work for the government. I don't work for the fucking military. I don't work for you, period.